improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful?
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
OnSideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your OnSide Radio E-Report with Michael Christian.
With the 2021 draft taking place over this past weekend, Madden 21 has found it's a great time to add many of these rookies into Ultimate Team. A lot of these rookies came in with the new program and their ratings are ridiculous. Trevor Lawrence is a 99, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Patrick Surtain, Penei Sewell, all of them coming in at 98s, including Devonta Smith and J.C. Horn. But what do we care about? We care about the Dolphins. Jalen Phillips comes in as a 97 overall right end, and Jalen Waddle as a 98 overall wide receiver that has 99 speed, 99 acceleration, and 99 agility. Go get you a Jalen Waddle card and win some games. Good luck out there.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the OnSide Radio E-Report. Wake up and good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What are you doing? Shh.
I am trying to sleep.
Time to wake up.
No.
Wait, what day is today?
It's hump day.
What? Is that today?
It's Wednesday. I'm giving up listening.
We're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Where? Where?
To the weekend?
Okay. Guess I can hold out a little longer.
Until then,
Showtime.
Here's Toast.
Welcome to Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSide Radio. Welcome to the Cinco de Mayo edition. Yes, look, we had May the 4th yesterday. We go into Cinco de Mayo today. Is it the...
it's party time in May.
Is Cinco de Mayo, where does it rank, Sean, for best drinking holidays?
You know, when I was younger...
Mm-hmm.
It was up there at the top of the list.
The only problem with Cinco de Mayo is generally it happened during the week.
Yeah, it was always usually Wednesday, too.
Right?
Really
and so it's just like, oh, man, I'm going to have to work tomorrow. And being a morning radio guy, I always had to be up at like 4:30 in the morning. So doing a weekday tequila binge never really kind of fit into my schedule.
Just wasn't in the plans.
Right? But listen, man, but I love the concept. I love the concept of a Cinco de Mayo. And now waking up a little bit later, I can, take part in it this evening, get a little tequila in me. But when it comes to best drinking holidays, for like a single day, it's pretty strong. If it was on a weekend,
yeah.
it'd
have to be this and July 4th, right?
Well, I was thinking like this and St. Patty's Day.
Well, St. Patty's Day too, yeah.
But then there's also so you've got the holidays that are conducive, the actual physical days that are conducive to drinking. But then you've got like the season, like holiday Christmas season with all the Christmas parties. Like that whole month of December, bro, you're just drunk.
Yeah, because everybody's making.
Because everyone's just, you're between the eggnogs and this and that. And
what's the Spanish drink, too?
coquito.
There it is.
Oh, from Puerto Rico.
Couldn't think of it. Yes,
coquito.
yes.
God, that stuff, the coconut milk. Oh, that stuff is
I will
so
buy that
good.
every time somebody walks
Oh,
up
my
to
God,
me.
yeah.
Okay.
So good. So good. Yeah, you
It's
really
like Girl Scout cookies.
And the stuff you buy in the stores for the coquito is garbage. You need to buy it from
you have
someone
to have
down
a
the street.
person that makes
exactly.
it, yeah.
You need to buy that out of the back of a car in Hialeah. That's where you need to buy your coquito out of.
That's what you get out of the white van.
Right. Yeah. You get it out of a ice-filled cooler in the back of a Toyota Tercel.
So good.
With a couple hubcaps missing on Cayocho and Hialeah, wherever it is.
Oh, so good.
And you just pound that stuff. Oh, coquito is so damn good. Could be the best holiday drink. And I was always an eggnog guy, but coquito is strong as hell, man.
Yeah, no,
It is strong as hell. So, hey, listen, if you're going to go out today, enjoy your day. Enjoy the drinking. There's nothing better than Cinco de Mayo and tacos and, it's just.
Yeah, this is the one where everything goes together, right? It's
Right.
food and drinks. It's not just drinking, it's food and drinks.
And the marriage between a fine margarita and tacos, it's a pairing. It's like a great steak with a fine, Bordeaux. Is that right, Bordeaux?
Sure,
or
yes.
Cab. I don't know.
I
I'm
guess,
not much of a wine guy.
Yeah, I'm not a
but
wine
I'm thinking
connoisseur.
but the pairing. Oh man, yeah, I could legit eat Mexican food, like American Mexican food, basically every single day.
What's your go-to?
Crispy tacos.
Okay.
I like hard shell tacos. Like the normal ones: ground beef, lettuce, tomato, cheese.
Okay.
Pour some Cholula on there. I like a burrito as well. I love the queso. I love American Mexican food. I guess I love Mexican food too, but there's not that many places that do authentic Mexican
I don't know if
food.
there's any still. I mean, I'm sure there's probably
Oh,
some little
there's
ones
definitely
somewhere.
a few of them around here, but for the most part, it's the American version of, which I got no problem with.
Yeah, no,
I got no
eat it
problem
up.
with ground beef and taco shells,
no, not at
lettuce,
all.
tomato, and cheese, bro. You give me, you line up like 5 of those, I can devour those things in the better part of 90 seconds. Like I would do a taco eating competition. Yeah, not that I could be a Joey Chestnut, but I'd give it a shot.
All right,
I
we
think
have to do this one
because I believe it would be a thoroughly enjoyable experience.
Now, can they be from like Taco Bell, or do they have to be the real tacos?
Well, they need to be hard shell. I prefer hard shell.
Okay.
So yeah, wherever you get the hard shells from. Can you get? Do they still do hard shells? They must do hard shells at Taco Bell.
Oh
right?
yeah, they're called crunchy though.
Oh,
they're not
crunchy,
hard
okay.
shells. They're
Yeah,
crunchy. Now.
Gotcha. I had not been to a Taco
Crunchy
Bell
or soft tacos
in the better part of 20 years, so I couldn't tell you what the hell they got over there.
We're gonna get them in here. We're gonna have
No,
me
we're
and
not.
you.
No, we're not.
Me
We're
and
not.
you
We're not.
taco
No,
eating
we're not.
contest.
Not
8
with
o'clock in the morning.
Not with Taco Bell. No, we'll get them from somewhere else.
All right.
I can't, bro. I haven't eaten there in 20 years. I'm not going to stop.
Listen,
I'm
on
not
a
going to
budget,
start
buddy.
now.
I only have so much show budget here.
I got you. I'll pitch in. I will absolutely pitch in. So we got some guests going on today. Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel. Talk a little soccer with us. Ryan Fagan from, help me out, Sean. Where's he from again?
USA.
Is it USA Today?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Baseball guy. We've talked to
He's
him
on
before.
baseball, yep.
Great stuff. We'll talk to him again. Nice dub by the Marlins last night. Good to have Brian Anderson come back, and then Mr. Aguilar. So they put up some runs. That was good.
Sporting news. Sorry.
Oh, sporting news. There you go. Sporting news. I wasn't sure if it was USA Today.
Yeah.
Sporting news. So nice victory, 9-3 over the Diamondbacks. And then there was the Heat. I mean, listen. I think we had a bad feeling when we learned that Jimmy was not going to be playing. And then we also learned that Tim Hardaway Jr. wasn't going to be playing. We spoke to Ira earlier in the day. He had been listed as out, but not so much. And, I mean, if we're going to talk about this, I might as well get right into the roundtable question of the day because that is, it's part of this deal. So here you go. Every single day we do the roundtable. We ask a question. All the hosts will answer it. We will put all those answers together as a podcast, and we will drop it. Today's roundtable question. With Jimmy Butler out last night, how disappointed are you that Bam didn't step up more, producing just 11 points on 4 of 10 shooting? This season, Barkov finally figured out how to be more selfish and lead by scoring more. Will Bam ever figure it out? It's a great question, and I'm starting to think that Bam is too nice. Seriously. Like, Bam needs to get an angry side. There needs to be angry Bam. There needs to be an angry Bam. I don't know how we find angry Bam and pull him out, but Bam is, dude, he's just such a great guy, but he is so nice. I don't know. For some reason, he can't impose himself on these teams. You know, when you talk about the Lakers and Anthony Davis or the Bucks with Giannis, and they can impose their will on teams, and we don't see that from Bam. And in a game like last night, when you have to be the guy, you have to be the alpha dog, he's not. And I'm starting to wonder whether it's a personality thing. He's just unable to, you know, be that guy. You know, is he just going to be very good, or is he ever going to get to be great? And I'll be honest, I'm beginning to have worries that this is as good as Bam's going to be, and that Bam isn't never going to be that guy that can impose himself and take over a game like some of the other bigs in this league. And that is as concerning. So, I mean, I don't know what has to happen for him. I don't know what has to click. I don't know who has to get into his head. I don't know what the answer is. But what I do know is right now, he's not who we need him to be. And we've been talking about this all season long. There have been moments where we've said, bro, like, at some point, he has to impose his will on teams and become the alpha guy on the court. And it just isn't happening. And I don't know why. I mean, he's got a great work ethic. He tries hard. He's a great defensive player. I mean, everything is there, but there's one little intangible that's missing. And I don't know how we find that. I don't know if it can be found. But
as he spends too much effort on the defensive side and not enough trying to take over the offensive side.
You know, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, Sean. Honestly, I have no idea, because I believe that he should be able to impose himself right now, but he's not. And this has been going on all season long. And he's got the giant max deal, and he's a max player. Max player, there's an expectation that goes along with a max player. You know what I'm saying? At least from the fan base standpoint. An expectation. Mm-hmm. And I love Bam, but he's not meeting that right now. And I think we were all like, hey, don't worry, give him time. He'll get there. But now it's like, when? When are you going to get there? Like, when are you going to be that guy? So I don't know, man. I'm disappointed. Yes. I'm not throwing in the towel on him yet, but there's legitimate concern as to whether or not, you know, I mean, if you bring another guy in, then Bam gets bumped to number 3. Like, he's not the number 2 option. I mean, he is right now at a default, but, like, yeah. You know, Kendrick Nunn has more alpha in him than Bam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Kendrick Nunn has, I need more of what Kendrick Nunn has in his brain in Bam. Like, that's the disconnect there. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But last night wasn't good. It was not good. They had a good first quarter, and then the wheels just fell off in the second, and it never got better from there. It was the second and third periods by the time you turned it into the fourth, it was a rout. It was over. So still 6th place in the East, but that was a big loss for them. So they got to try to keep their head above water here, avoid this play-in situation, and we'll see what happens. But not a great night. Not a great night for the Heat, and I'm not sure what's going on with Bam. I'm not sure what we got to do to get Bam where we need him to be. They'll try again against Minnesota, I think, on Friday.
Yeah.
So,
and
home game.
The late scratch for Jimmy.
Yeah, listen, dude, the minute you saw the scratch for Jimmy and the flu-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So, now, do we know – I know Ira was talking about this team wanting to get to the 85%, the herd immunity, for vaccination so they can loosen restrictions. Do we know if Jimmy got vaccinated? Like, is this like legitimately could just be a cold or a sniffle, or did he not get vaccinated and now we're not sure whether or not this could be COVID?
I believe when I was looking at it this morning, doing the research on the game and everything, it said that it was not COVID related.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Jimmy ruled out for about 2 hours before the game with flu-like symptoms, not anything related to the coronavirus, the team said. All right, so that leads me to believe that hopefully he has been vaccinated. So.
Yeah, I don't think, again, the Heat are so tight-lipped on this, everything medically wise.
Well, of course. Well, listen, and you have to be just because I believe there's laws about that, right? HIPAA stuff?
Well, there is, but also, I mean, Inter Miami shared that all their players were, vaccinated and everything like that. They are very tight-lipped, so I don't know who actually got the vaccination and who has
Man,
not.
how awesome is it seeing and obviously it sucks when he's playing the Heat doing this.
Yeah.
But Tim Hardaway Jr., man, throwing down 36 last night.
You couldn't do it another time.
Right, but I mean, and against his dad's old team.
Yeah. Well, he spent a lot of time shooting on that court. When
well,
he was
absolutely.
a kid.
You know what it is? I think every time he comes in here and doesn't see his dad's, his dad, he's in the Raptors. He's up there. No, we got to get him in the Hall of Fame. We got to get Daddy in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, great job by Junior. He's turned into a really nice player. He really has. All right, we'll take a break. Plenty of stuff to talk about. We got the old man opened his mouth again yesterday. Terry Bradshaw, doubling down.
Gotta love it.
You do, absolutely, because, again, it's the dead period, and he's giving us content. And for that, Terry, we appreciate you. We'll take a break. We'll talk about that. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
WLEN, broadcasting from a largely empty building.
And we do sports. It's just not local.
Shush, honey.
Why is the building empty?
Because whether it be budget cuts or stupid management, we've fired almost everybody.
Ooh, but we still have our job right and local.
At least the building is.
We've got your sports.
South Florida's choice for sports talk.
OnSideRadio.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and no doubt last year hurricane season was one of the craziest we've ever seen. Well, Noah's saying once again, going to be another active season, so you need to call B&T Windows and Doors today and get PGT custom windows and doors installed like I did so that you are fully protected. Listen, there's no better peace of mind than PGT custom windows and doors when you're in the cone of death for a Category 5 storm. Call B&T Windows and Doors today to get set up. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnSideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Questions and concerns have risen about one of Inter Miami's designated players in Rodolfo Pizarro and his performances in the first 3 matches of the season. Although the team as a whole is playing well, getting 4 points out of 3 matches, 2 of them having been on the road. Pizarro has gained a lot of critics because of the quality of his play not matching up to the team's performance and his other DP's performance. Maybe this triggers a move in the summer, or maybe this triggers something better to come for Pizarro throughout this 34-game season.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
$8:21 Wednesday morning. Happy Cinco de Mayo. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. You can check us out on Twitch, on YouTube. They're showing highlights of the Yankees game last night. So it was the first time
that was so good.
that the Astros came to the Bronx with fans in the stands. And obviously, listen, man, this is what this season's all about. I know we had to take a year off last year and couldn't boo those cheating little bastards, but this year it's all coming back, and they got the crap booed out of them last night, and they lost, and it was phenomenal. I never root for the Yankees, but that was great stuff. Jose Altuve, poor Dusty Baker. There's only a few guys left on the team. Who? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Dusty. Shut your hole. We're going to have fun with this. They cheated. That's their legacy. We're gonna point it out. 162 times this year.
Yep. Batting practice, too. Altuve.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Oh, just, yeah. Your legacy is a cheat, this and that. Oh, it's got to sting, too. It's got to sting for those guys. It absolutely has to. We'll talk to Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel coming up next segment about Inter Miami and all things soccer. So before we get into the Terry Bradshaw thing with Aaron Rodgers, some Cinco deals that are going on today, if you're going to get out there. Moe's Southwest Grill. 5 times reward points on all orders throughout the day.
Oh, that's
there you
good.
Go.
That's good.
Don Julio. Don Julio has dropped off $125,000 worth of Don Julio Cincos. It is it's a little card that will allow you to unlock it for $5 to spend at a local bar or restaurant on Cinco de Mayo. So there you go. Look around for those things. They're, I guess, all over the country. Hornitos. Hornitos Tequila is inviting adventurous fans age 21 plus to take the chance to pursue their own shots in store and on social media with the opportunity to win more than $40,000. Okay. To learn more about the Call the Shots giveaway, fans can go to calltheshotsgiveaway.com. Modelo, Mexican beer brand, giving away $250,000 worth of beer today. Jose Cuervo, they got... oh, my God. Everybody, dude. Cholula hot sauce, it's the best hot sauce around, bro. It's the best hot sauce around.
I'm not a hot sauce guy.
So. Oh, you're not a hot sauce guy? No. Bro. Yeah, if you use the code word burrito down on DoorDash app, you'll get some Cholula burritos for free, apparently. Jimmy John's, Kona Grill.
What is Jimmy John's
What is Jimmy John's doing for? Let's see, what Jimmy
what
John's? You can get $5 off orders of $20 or more spent on Jimmy John's. What that's
because the Cinco, $5 Cinco. You see what they try to get
7-Eleven.
Oh,
7-Eleven offering 7 Rewards members a small Slurpee drink for just $1 plus 4 free mini tacos today. Wow.
Those mini tacos are the
Oh, they
bomb.
got to be great. Yeah, that'll clean your system out.
Oh, they're so good.
4 mini tacos.
4 for $1.
And you're on the toilet for the rest of the freaking day. Oh, my goodness gracious. You've got to be kidding me. All right.
You got to go with the beef, not the chicken, though.
The beef, not the chicken? All right, let me find my... oh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man, I can't find my link.
Technology,
here
we go.
I can't find my little link. Well, it sucks. I'm doing the show on a phone, Sean.
I'm
doing the phone on an whole show on an iPhone because there's not a computer in this place.
I apologize.
I'm sorry, but it's just annoying as F. It really is. I'm
the
legit
computer.
doing the entire show off of my iPhone because, yeah, exactly. I won't bitch anymore because people will get pissed off, but slightly annoying. Yeah, now I can't find. Yeah. Now I can't find the whole thing. So anyway, Terry Bradshaw doubled down yesterday. And not only did he double down, I guess he was on with Colin Cowherd. and he makes the comment. He decides, not only am I going to double down on Aaron Rodgers and taking the team side, but I'm also going to call him out for having the worst footwork of any quarterback. Terry, I mean, what is Terry's issue here? Is Terry jealous because he never made this sort of money before? And with all due respect to Terry, bro, you got a reality TV show. You're out there making everything about you anyways. I don't understand what Terry Bradshaw's issue is. I don't understand why he is so pissed at Aaron Rodgers for taking offense to them drafting a quarterback. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Terry, he's pissed off because it's not about Jordan Love. It's about what you didn't get instead of Jordan Love. You could have used that first-round pick or the picks you used to trade up on other offensive weapons, and you chose not to. You chose a quarterback. That pick is doing nothing for you right now. It's sitting on the bench doing nothing. It's not helping you on third down conversions. It's not helping you stretch the field. It's not helping you score points. That pick, those picks that you bundled up to trade up are doing nothing for you. You wasted them. You threw them away because they're not on the field. So if they're not on the field, then you wasted them. So that's the issue, Terry. And I don't understand why Terry can't see that. Come on, big Fox football guy. Comes a point, dude. There comes a point, Sean, when old people cross that line and they just become old. Tony Kornheiser said it best yesterday. Tony Kornheiser isn't a young guy, and even he's making fun of Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw got the "Get Off My Lawn" sign out there in front of his house right now.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
and I'm wondering how this is going to affect, because again, Green Bay's on Fox a lot.
Oh, I don't think it makes it. I mean, I think it'll make it interesting if Terry ever has to do a sit-down one-on-one with Aaron Rodgers,
so good.
Because Aaron Rodgers remembers all this stuff. Oh, he will absolutely, and he will.
Could you imagine if this is what this is all building for? The first show on Fox next season is Bradshaw and Rodgers face to face. That's what this is building for.
It would be phenomenal. Listen, I would love to get maybe if Aaron Rodgers becomes the host of Jeopardy, he can get Terry on so we can all learn exactly how dumb Terry Bradshaw is, because he would answer none of those questions. Yeah, Terry, bro. Like there comes a point, man. There comes a point now where, like, yeah, I'm over Terry Bradshaw. Like, if you're gonna be that out of touch, if you're gonna go that old man on me, like, bro, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'll deal with Howie Long. I'll listen to Stray. I mean, I'll listen to Jimmy Johnson. But Terry Bradshaw, you're becoming stupid old man. That's who you're becoming now, stupid old man.
Here's that quote you were talking about. He says, "I do believe that while Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal player, he has probably the worst footwork I've ever seen for a starting QB."
Really?
And then he goes on to say he's coddled too much. He has no right to want the GM fired.
So you're really, he has the worst footwork of any starting quarterback? Should we go down the list of starting quarterbacks in this league? Really? Like, I mean, how do we take you seriously, Terry? How? I mean, because his point was in that conversation was that he never steps into his throws, which means he doesn't have
off his back foot.
Which means he doesn't have faith in the offensive line, this and that. And Terry said it's still amazing he's able to pull it off. But so it's kind of like a backhanded compliment, like, "Wow, he's that good even though he sucks," sort of a thing. Really, bro? I mean, come on, dude. Terry's pissed off. Because if Terry had been in the exact same position as Aaron Rodgers, Terry would not have been able to deliver an MVP season like that. Wouldn't have been able to. He wasn't nearly as good a quarterback. Terry Bradshaw almost had more interceptions than touchdowns. The only reason why Terry Bradshaw is in the Hall of Fame is because he played with the best defense in the history of the game.
They got him Super Bowl wins.
That's the only reason. He had 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers and the best defense in the history of the game. That is the only reason why Terry Bradshaw is anything.
Running back wasn't too shabby either.
No, exactly. Dude, he was surrounded by Hall of Famers. That is the only reason why Terry Bradshaw is in the Hall of Fame. If he was on any other team, look at his stats, bro. They're ass. His stats are pedestrian. He's legit. 212 touchdowns, 210 interceptions.
And the fact that he went and said, "Oh, they got Matt
Right?
Malone and all these guys,"
Right?
and I was there, and
Just stop.
tells you
Matt,
they
just
didn't want
stop.
you there to begin with.
Oh, well, listen, man. Listen, and Terry had a rough start to his career. There were points where he was so bad the first few years, the fans were hanging him in effigy in the stands. Like, he was not popular. And you know why? Because he wasn't very good. It's because he wasn't very good. And then something kind of clicked for him. The defense clicked. The wide receivers, the Franco Harris. I mean, it all kind of came together. It was a perfect storm. And he happened to be the quarterback at the time. And, you know, but, like, dude, didn't he blow off Chuck Noll's funeral? His head coach for some BS petty reason? I'm pretty sure he didn't go to Chuck Noll's funeral for some dumbass reason. Like he was still pissed off about something from like 40 years ago. But, like, Terry Bradshaw, like, just stop, dude. Just stop. Just stop. You got to shut up. You got to get his Fox buddies got to, like, text him, yo, Terry, you got to stop talking. You got to stop talking about this. You're making yourself out to be an ass. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm all about Aaron Rodgers in this, and I want to see how. So now they're saying that it has to be resolved by June 1st, Sean. From a roster standpoint, that they'd be much better off.
Better now,
right?
then.
They'd be much better off if this could be resolved by then. And so now, that means we're talking about less than a month.
June 1st, yeah.
Dude, I want to try to, let's try to find someone from Green Bay, like
Okay.
a Packers podcast or a blog or someone,
All right.
like a fan person that can let us know. Because I got to think that the city of Green Bay, there's just a cloud over it right now.
Oh.
These fans got to just be losing their minds. Like,
And they got to be siding with Rodgers, right?
oh, I would think so. Listen, I was thinking about this yesterday because, we're talking about the Dolphins and how finally after 20 years you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they might actually, be a relevant team here and make some runs for, some deep postseason runs over the next, 5 to 7 years. And yay, it's all exciting. You look at the Packers, and the Packers have had a Hall of Fame quarterback since, I believe, 1992.
Yeah.
And they have 2 Super Bowls wins and then another loss. So they've been to 3 Super Bowls, I believe, if I'm correct. And, like, talk about a team that has wasted talent. I mean, you've had a Hall of Fame quarterback from 1992 till now, and look at what you've done with them. Look at the overall record. Look at the number of championships. Look at what you've done. If it wasn't for the fact that for the better part of 10 years, the rest of your division mates outside of Minnesota have been a dysfunctional mess, you probably wouldn't have even had that many division titles. But talk about just a franchise that has pissed away just incredible quarterback talent over the last 30 years. It's insane that they only have 2 Lombardi trophies to show for the Favre-Rodgers run. It really is. And you look at the coaches too, Holmgren, McCarthy, But, I mean, just,
Holmgren.
Holmgren was a good one. The rest, Mike McCarthy, This new one, I'm not so sure. LaFleur, I'm not so sure. We'll see. All right, we got to take a break. We've got a sports update coming up, and then we will talk to Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel. Get the latest on Inter Miami. They got a big game this weekend. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyOsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Os family. Dr. Moody-Os is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyOsDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Heat, they lost to the Dallas Mavericks 127-113. Jimmy Butler ruled out before the game, flu-like symptoms, not COVID-related. Duncan Robinson, Goran Dragic each had 19 points for the Heat. The Heat host the Minnesota Timberwolves Friday night. The Miami Marlins, they won game 1 of the series with the Diamondbacks 9-3. Brian Anderson, fresh off the injured list, hit a 3-run homer in his first at-bat. Two teams back at it 6:40 tonight. Luke Weaver, Pablo Lopez, the pitching matchup. And this Sunday, Inter Miami CF, they welcome the Atlanta United Dry Pink Stadium at 1 p.m., which means Big O and Alex Dono will get you started with the Onside Radio pregame show starting at noon, leading into the call of the game with Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongan, and Fernando Fiore. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station, OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
$8:39. Toasted Sports on this Wednesday, Cinco de Mayo. We are trying to get Kobe Price on the phone. He covers Inter Miami for the Sun Sentinel. They got a big game against Atlanta this weekend, so we will try to hook up with him and talk a little bit about that. While we wait for that, this is I there's certain places. I mean, like so right here at Dry Pink Stadium, we have a COVID vaccination site going on in the parking lot. At least for this week, it looks like they're pretty much breaking this thing down because no one's showing up, and so it's going to be gone. But obviously, there are plenty of organizations out there that are doing their best to try to get folks to get their shots. I think that there's one town that they're giving a free beer voucher. The mayor, you get a free beer if you go ahead and get the COVID vax. Well, the Hustler Club. Not sure how clean it is, but this is in New Orleans. The Hustler Club is going to give out free COVID vaccines at its Bourbon Street location next week. People who get the vaccine can also get a free alcohol shot. So you get a free shot of the vax and you get a free shot of booze. The goal is to provide a convenient vaccination location for French Quarter residents and Bourbon Street employees. This is about safety and normalcy. This is about getting drunk in the morning. I mean, you're going to be lining people up to get their COVID vaccine, and they're also going to be doing a shot of what? Tequila, vodka, whatever they want on the way out the door? Okay, it's going to be a very effective work day. Absolutely. But listen, if you find yourself in the Bourbon Street area next week and you haven't gotten shot up yet, well, there you go. I would do that. If I had not, listen, I did the drive-thru at Markham Park, or Markham Park, according to the guy that booked my appointment. But it was super easy. I never got out of the car. But if I could have gone somewhere where it was a shot for a shot, oh, I would have been all over that. We got him on? Ah, beautiful. Let's go to the phones. The Sun Sentinel, Inter Miami reporter, Kobe Price. Good morning, Kobe. How are you?
Morning. I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. So obviously we got a big game going against Atlanta this week. Team is off to a pretty good start after that disappointing LA Galaxy loss. They have certainly rebounded nicely with a couple of great road efforts. Before we get into all of that, injury-wise, we were between the death of the Higuain's mother and the other injuries. We had a really light squad last week. What are we looking for injury-wise and with the Higuains for this Sunday?
Yeah, on the ESPN broadcast in the game versus Nashville, they said that the Higuain brothers returned to South Florida. I believe it was on Friday,
Okay.
But because they had to quarantine, they weren't going to be available for the Sunday match. So based off that, they should be back in South Florida. They should be able to practice this week. And the team was off yesterday, that is. So I believe today will be their first practice since the Nashville game. So they should be, if everything goes right, they should be available against Atlanta. Carranza, he had the non-COVID-related illness. Maybe get a week of practice in him. He should probably be available if everything goes right. And looking at Robbie Robinson, I would be personally, and this is without talking to Phil Neville, I would personally be surprised if we see him this weekend. Just because he had that hamstring injury against Philadelphia. That's when he picked it up. And obviously he walked into the game against Nashville with it, thinking everything was going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
They tested him out, didn't work out, and you don't want to, make the same mistake twice. So I would honestly be surprised if that happened with him.
All right, let's talk a little bit. They got their first clean sheet. What are your thoughts on goalkeeper John McCarthy? We really haven't seen him really tested a whole lot. I know there's some question marks there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think he's been solid. I think he's overall, even going back to last year, coming into this year, he's been fine. I think the game against Nashville was his best game. Obviously, he got rewarded for it with the clean sheet. He wasn't overly tested. He did a good job of coming off his lines and killing crosses when the moment called for him. But I think he's overall just a solid, rarely spectacular, but a very solid goalkeeper. And sometimes just being solid will be enough to do the job.
All right, so last year when the season started, at least in my view, it was very obvious who the best player on the pitch was, and that was Pizarro last year. And now this year has come along, and through the first three games, I don't know about you, but not seeing the Pizarro that I expected to see. Do you agree with that? Is there a reason why we're not seeing his A game right now? Is there anything behind that?
Man, well, I'm surprised you said Pizarro was the best player from last year.
Well, I thought early on in the season he was significantly, he was run all over the place. He was noticeable, and now he's kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna say last year I thought Lewis Morgan was the best player. Yeah, I agree. Early on the season, he was Pizarro. That is, he was definitely more active, and you could tell. I think last year kind of faded. I think at a certain point we're seeing that a little bit this year. I guess if you go game by game, we can do that. Or since it's so early in the season, I thought he played very well in the first game against the Galaxy. I thought he had a hard time in the second game against Philadelphia. Even though they did pick up the win, he wasn't exactly as crisp and as sharp in the attack. And then against Nashville, I think a lot of what we saw against Nashville was he just wasn't playing his natural position. There's something not clicking, I think, between him and, Gonzalo Higuain. I think some of that has to do with the fact that he plays the number 10. He wears the number 10 as a central attacking midfielder, but he's not naturally that. He's not the kind of player who will be a facilitator in that way and be able to make in that way. He's a player that likes to combine, likes to move around the field. And I think that can be sometimes a difficulty, not just for other players to, kind of get used to, but also be difficult for him as well. Trying to figure out, what he wants to do on the field with everybody else around him. It can make for an interesting dynamic in that sense, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. One of the nice acquisitions we made this offseason was getting Ryan Shawcross, longtime player over there in England. And I know when we got him, Neville said, listen, there's going to be some games that'll be for Shawcross and some games that will be not for Shawcross. And so he shined on Sunday. I know it was a last-minute thing with Figal going out, but he looked wonderful on the back line on Sunday.
Yeah, no, Shawcross, he was solid in his debut against Philadelphia, and then even this past Sunday he was spectacular. I know he would won a man of the match from the club standpoint, and he was also named got MLS Team of the Week honor. Yep. He was spectacular. He killed everything in the air. I think as Andres Cadero said, it was like a no-fly zone when it came to Shawcross, just because anything and everything he just kills over and over again. And going to Shawcross, depending on Figal was another player who I forgot to mention him. He was a late scratch, so depending on his where his fitness is at and what happens with he tweaked his hamstring before the game, we may see more of him against especially the start against Atlanta, just because we don't know about Figal. But Shawcross was top tier, and there'll be some matchups where he thrives. I think against Nashville, a team that loves to cross, a team that loves to play a lot more balls in the air. I think he kind of thrived in that. He wasn't overly tested one-on-one, and that's something that I'm interested in seeing especially when we see Atlanta. I know Martinez is coming off the ACL, but Jose Martinez is coming off the ACL, but it'll be interesting to see how him and LGP kind of, try to keep track of him, because all it takes is, we kind of saw this against LA Galaxy, all it takes is one miscue, wrong turn of the head. And next thing you know, especially one of these top strikers, even though he has come off the ACL, he's still a top striker.
We're talking with Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel. You mentioned LGP, and man, I'll be honest with you, Kobe, it's impressive the way that Inter was able to rebuild this back line during the offseason. We knew that there were major issues. So far through 3 games, it's looking pretty good. We know we still got the kid from West Brom who's going to be coming over sometime in the summer, but they did a pretty good job with this back line.
Yeah, they absolutely. And even starting with the center back, I thought Figal, if he just moved over back to his natural position as a center back, it would have helped a lot, just because that's what he's more accustomed to. LGP is LGP. He was named to MLS Best 11 previously, so that the talent was always there. It was really just about, killing those individual errors, kind of nipping those in the bud, and just getting to a place where everyone, they just play more together. They play just more disciplined. That was the main thing. And up to this point, I think outside of the one half against the Galaxy, the second half against the Galaxy, where they allow all three of goals that the Galaxy scored, they've been really solid. They've been disciplined. For the most part, they've been keyed in, and it's been a revelation. It stands out when you watch them, especially when you compare them to last year.
All right, we'll get you out of here on this. Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel. Big game this weekend against Atlanta. My question, will we see our first goal from Gonzalo Higuain from open play in this game?
Oof. That's the big question I've been asking, wondering myself.
It's got to happen eventually. It has to have. I mean, the numbers say it has to happen eventually.
Yeah. You would think so, right? Yeah, at some point it has to come. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm not. I'm going to say no right now, even though I feel like Atlanta, it should come. I feel like it should come, but I'm going to say no for whatever reason. I'm not sure.
Do we get a result Sunday?
Yeah. I think that it'll probably be. I'm leaning 1-1 draw right now, but if they don't do a 1-1 draw, I'm leaning a 2-1 win. I don't think if they leave DraftKings Stadium this Sunday on Mother's Day with at least 1 point, possibly 3. But I don't see them losing this Sunday.
Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel. Kobe, thank you very much, and we'll love to get you on again here in the future. Good stuff, man. And hopefully the boys get a victory on Sunday.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Nice,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Kobe Price from the Sun Sentinel covers Inter Miami. Good stuff there. We've got Toasted News. Quick Toasted News coming up next.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnSideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in, as long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's Toast. Last year when I had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house by B&T Windows and Doors, I knew about the hurricane protection. What I didn't know? The silence. Oh my goodness, my house is so quiet now. One of those cars goes tearing down the street with the crazy loud muffler. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It's unbelievable. I didn't realize how noisy my house was beforehand. You've got to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your pad today. Call B&T Windows and Doors, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Let's get back to Toasted Sports. You can send a text at 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
Sorry, caught me off guard. All right, we will start in Noto, Japan. Money well spent. A coastal town in Japan has dropped a reported 25 million yen, about $250,000, on a 42-foot long, 30-foot wide, and 13-foot high statue of a pink squid. All this money came from the coronavirus pandemic relief fund that they had. Officials in Noto claim that their investment in the behemoth cephalopod will help drum up tourism in the cash-strapped fishing town, which is located in the Ishikawa prefecture in Japan's central western coast. I guess if a giant squid's going to get the people spending money, then go for it.
It's the ink.
Here's one for you. The Villages in Florida. A 77-year-old retiree who was upset about the thickness of the tomato on her Whopper allegedly threw the sandwich at a Burger King employee and then spewed racial slurs at the worker. This is all according to the Florida police, who arrested the 77-year-old on a felony charge. Investigators say Judith Black became unruly Friday evening at a Burger King near her home in the Villages, the sprawling retirement community, also known as the friendliest hometown. Black was dismayed with the tomato on her Whopper sandwich. According to the police report, that does not specify whether the accused sought more or less tomato. Black, seen at Ripe, took her complaint to the restaurant's front counter, where they allegedly began yelling at the female employee. Worker told the police that she explained to Black that unless her attitude changed, she would not be able to help with the tomato issue. Then, when the employee turned her back, Black threw the Whopper, striking the worker below her neck with the sandwich. I don't think that really is going to hurt you.
No, but it's a little disrespectful.
Slightly disrespectful. Pensacola, Florida. It's never fun finding something that isn't food lodged inside your meal. One woman in Florida claims that she was about to dig into some Taco Bell when she made a smoky discovery. Oh, God. Tara ordered a chalupa meal from a Taco Bell in Pensacola. Came wrapped with a soft taco. She says that when she got home and unwrapped the taco, she found something waiting inside that wasn't supposed to be there. A damp cigarette. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Going on there?
She told the news outlet, I don't know if it was intentionally put there or if somebody had it on their ear, or maybe they were rolling a taco and it fell in there. But another thing I thought about was, how did they not notice the cigarette in there? Exactly. Worst part was, she said she goes back to the store to complain and didn't get the response that she expected. I thought they were going to apologize or something, but they didn't. The employees seemed really mad that I had come back up in there to report the cigarette in my taco. And you're wondering why, Sean, I haven't eaten there in 20 years. That right there
is
one of the reasons. Yeah, no, I don't want that treasure. Dude, you imagine I can't even fathom how much I would vomit. How much I would just projectile vomit.
Now that I would throw back at somebody.
Bro, if I bit into a taco and I noticed that I just bit into a damp cigarette, I can't imagine how much vomit would come out of my body. Like all of it, everything, all of it. Everything would just come out of my mouth. It'd be bad. All right, we got to take a break. 9 o'clock hour coming up, second hour of the podcast. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son,
There ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men. This is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. I know you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the home of Inter Miami CF.
His strike is a decent one. It's fired into the top right corner. Gonzalo Higuain opens his account for Inter Miami.
OnSideRadio.com, where the passion for La Rosa Negra runs deep.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night.
Perfect. I love my job.
Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Actually, it's Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Why do you call it?
Hump day.
Because.
But halfway there.
Where?
Till the weekend. The weekend?
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Till then, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Let's go.
Oh, goody. We're on. It's showtime.
Here's Toast.
Second hour, Toasted Sports on this Wednesday. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you and yours, wherever, whatever. Did we do that? Did we wish happy Cinco de Mayos?
Yes, we do.
I was perusing CBS Sports last night, and I always like it when they do the far too early lists. Well, they came with the 2022 NFL mock draft. And the only reason,
wait a minute. What?
Right. The only reason why I stopped and looked, because I wanted to see whether or not we had a Kane in the first round.
Okay.
And we do. And it is amazing the growth from this player. So, Kane fans, you know that a few years ago, that Florida game, we started a true freshman left tackle that had transferred from Appalachian, had committed, I believe, to Appalachian State and then bailed out and came down here to us. And it was a little bit hairy that first year. But Manny came out and said after that game, hey, listen, there's going to be growing pains and everything with these young offensive linemen, but it's going to pan out for us in the long run. These kids are going to turn into be studs. Well, CBS has their 2022 mock draft. They're way too early, and they have Zion Nelson going number 7.
Number 7?
7.
That's got to be the first offensive lineman, right, or second?
He would be the first offensive. Evan Neal from Alabama is going to go before him. But yeah,
still second offensive lineman.
Top 10 pick, Zion Nelson. And he'd be going to Jacksonville, so he'd be blocking the blind side for one Trevor Lawrence. So, but dude, when you think back, Kane fans, to how we all felt, we're like, dude, really, this kid, really, this is gonna. And Manny told us at the time. He told us at that post-game press conference that, listen, there's going to be growing pains here with this. I get it, and there's going to be some games where it's not great and it gives up some sacks. But trust us, this kid is going to be better for it and will turn into a stud. And it sure as hell looks like they were 100% accurate on that. So Zion Nelson possibly going as a top 10 pick next year. Good stuff, man. Just great stuff. Great stuff. Some other names of note that you'd want to know about. North Carolina quarterback Sam Howell. They have him as the number 1 quarterback taken. He'd be the number 2 overall pick. No doubt who number 1 is. That kid, Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon, the defensive end, who's just an absolute freak. He will be number 1 next year. Derek Stingley Jr., the cornerback from LSU. Was it his dad that was with the Patriots that got paralyzed? I forgot. Yes, I believe it was his dad, right?
I believe
Not like
so.
an uncle, or it was his dad, yeah.
Let me triple check.
But yeah, man, so pretty. And then the number 2 quarterback taken will be to Washington, Spencer Rattler, the kid from Oklahoma. Just interesting. I thought it was interesting that Zion Nelson, I was like, wow, look at that. Dude is going to be a first-round pick, barring, just all sorts of bad things happening this year. Dude is going to be a first-round pick. The growth is amazing. And the development. Props to the coaching staff down there. Just the fact that you were able to do what you said you were going to be able to do with this kid and develop him into a stud is very, very good stuff. Good stuff.
It would be his grandfather, it's saying in here.
Oh, was it his grand? I figured. Yeah,
It's saying his father played in the Arena Football League, and his grandfather, Darryl Stingley.
Because Darryl Stingley, that had to be like in the 80s that he was paralyzed or something, I believe. So, yeah, that would be right. Yeah, grandfather. Yeah, that would be, okay. Yeah. But I thought there was a relation there. Yep. All right. So, Sean, let me look at me real quick. Let me see. You have a big nose? Not really. This is a study that will no doubt inspire a spike in nose jobs. Japanese researchers have discovered that men with large sniffers tend to pack large penises as well. Study is the first to demonstrate the relationship between stretched penile length and nose size. I didn't know we needed a study on this. Who the hell came up with this concept? Like, what was the hypothesis here? Like, hey, man, I've been in school for a while, and I want to do my paper on, you know what? I wonder if there's a sort of a link between the size of your nose and the size of your penis. And they did it. To determine the connection, scientists examined the bodies of 126 recently deceased middle-aged men. Okay, so at least they weren't alive. Measuring everything from the cadaver's height and weight to the circumference and length of their, flaccid members. For the nosy study published, scientists approximated the measurements of subjects' manhood when, they'd be excited by laying each
Can't even get through it.
Scientists approximated the measurements of the subject's manhood when erect by laying each stiff down and extending the willy up as high as it would go. This is the way they wrote this news article. Then they compared the results to the lengths of their noses. They found that men with a 2.2-inch snout packed larger penises that clocked in at 5.3 inches long. Meanwhile, corpses with beaks smaller, the amount of different adjectives they're using for noses here is impressive. Meanwhile, corpses with beaks smaller than 1.8 inches packed manhoods measuring up to only 4.1 inches long. Yeah, there you go. Rounding out the middle were the medium-beaked, whose tallywhackers were 4.5 inches, reportedly the average size of a penis in Japan. So now you're going to have women really looking at your face close. They're going to want to get a little profile shot like this. I'll tell you what, look at Sean, profile shot of me. Look at that. I got a beak, bro. Look at that. I got a beak. I pull the mask down. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
it's going to be like a mug shot now.
I'm like, I bet you think I'm like John Holmes. Yeah, you do. Anyone that sees that my beak is going to think that I wrap it around my waist. It's so big.
Now you know everybody's talking to you.
And I will tell you all right now, you'd be very, very mistaken. I'm pretty sure I could join this study and flip it on its head, so to speak. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, good God.
Wow.
Like, seriously, I just want to talk to the person that came up with that idea. Oh, no, I want to check this. I want to do science. I want to bring science to this. Really? Like, do they have a big nose and a small Johnson or a? I don't know.
Makes you wonder what they're thinking about though when they're doing these studies.
Dude, it also just makes you wonder.
You know what? I'm just bored today. Let me just
see. Exactly. Let's do noses and penis size. Let's see how that works. All right. So there is a new celebrity feud going on, Sean, that I am all for. Jose and A-Rod.
That's still going?
It's still going on.
There's no more J-Lo. What's going on?
Well, so Jose comes out, and he is now predicting about A-Rod's next girlfriend. So we know that A-Rod and Lopez recently announced they have ended their engagement. I guess it's that season, the Gateses are ending their thing. J-Rod and A-Rod ending their thing. So Canseco throws out there on social, he believes A-Rod and Melinda Gates are going to hook up.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he thinks that Bill Gates' soon-to-be ex-wife, Melinda Gates, and A-Rod are going to become a thing. Yep. Here's what I want to have happen. For some reason, Jose Canseco cannot get A-Rod out of his head. They need to do some sort of a competition against each other. Maybe could we get them on the Mayweather card down here against Paul? Like have one of the pre-fights?
Oh.
Or one of the undercard fights? Dude, I need to see those two go at it in something.
Yeah, but I watched that Canseco, the one he did, and I know it was a little bit ago, but it was terrible, man.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that if we saw both of them get into a ring with each other, it would be an absolute mess. They're both awful. They're both awful. I don't think Alex Rodriguez could fight his way out of a paper bag. I honestly don't. I don't see him as a fighter in any way.
He's at 305, right?
He ain't a fighter, bro. He ain't a fighter. I bet he puts on makeup. He looks like a guy to me that wears makeup.
He puts on makeup.
Come on now. Not when he's on TV. Like when he's just leaving the house. Puts on a little concealer or something, I'm telling you.
He goes to sleep with a face mask on.
I'm telling you. I don't see him as a fighter in any way. Now, granted, I think Jose is a fighter, but at this stage he is so just broken from the steroids and from just not treating his body like an amusement park. I think he'd just be flailing out there like an idiot. But I would like to see the two of those guys get in a ring together. And I think if they can make that happen in the Mayweather fight, I might spend money on that. I would love to see those two.
I might go to that if that happens.
Dude,
you got Chad Ochocinco on there as well?
Ochocinco on. I mean, come on, let's just make it a freak show. Just all the freak shows on this card.
Celebrity battles.
Yeah, this isn't a serious boxing match. It's an exhibition. Let's just roll out the red carpet for all the idiots. All the little celebrity spats that we've had. Let's send them all at Hard Rock Stadium in the squared circle, in June. Because it's coming up in like a month and a half, right?
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Damn, dude. Good stuff.
You guys don't need much camps when you're just doing exhibitions.
Oh, I really want to see those two go at it. Oh, my God. Yeah, absolutely.
If anybody can make it happen, it'll be on that card.
Yes, no, 100%. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be talking with Ryan Fagan at 9:40 from the Sporting News, talk a little baseball. But coming up next, the confessional. Oh, yes, the confessional with Monsignor Toast. Oh, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. That's not good. That's not good.
Just saw that. That's not
boy.
good going
I
to
got
the
to get rid of that. I got to get rid of that in the next 3 minutes.
You got
we'll
about
be
3
right
minutes.
back. Right back after this on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Duncan to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle Fighting Series presents BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th at the fair at Taniami Park. Meet Dada 5000. See Bare Knuckle Brawlers fight live in BYB's patented triangle ring, the Trigon. The smallest and most confrontational ring in combat sports. Early action includes slap fights as seen on YouTube. Buy your tickets now at BYBtickets.com for BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th. Doors open at 6 p.m. BYB is proudly sponsored by BMCHam.com. Your choice for gold and silver. BMCHam.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast, and I've been telling you guys all about my buddies over at B&T Windows and Doors. And some of you said, hey, listen, Toast, I'd love to get PGT custom windows and doors installed, but funds are a little tight right now. No problem, bro. Y-Green. You can finance it with B&T Windows and Doors through Y-Green, so you can still get your PGT custom windows and doors installed. And yeah, you're not going to have to put anything down. It's awesome. That's the way I got mine installed. Call B&T Windows and Doors today. They'll tell you all about Y-Green and how to finance your windows. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Fish fans, time to reel in the latest news in baseball with OnSideRadio.com's Marlins Minute. Here's Christian Chase.
Last night, the Miami Marlins took on the Arizona Diamondbacks in the first game of their series in Miami, and the Marlins had some of their cavalry back from injury. Brian Anderson came back, Miguel Rojas, after his day off, came back, and Brian Anderson immediately produced a 3-run homer early, set the tone for this game, and it looked like the Marlins were smooth sailing with Sandy on the mound. Sandy went 6 innings, allowing only 1 earned run, was in line for the win all the way till the 8th inning when, as I like to call him, Heath Bell reincarnate, Anthony Bass came into the game. It allowed the Diamondbacks to tie the game. Luckily, in the bottom of the 8th, the Marlins strung together some hits, capped off by a 3-run home run by Lewis Brinson, and the Marlins ended up winning this game 9-3. The bullpen does look better overall, and even after everything that has happened to the Marlins, are only a game and a half back of first place in the NL East. So after the end of this series, anything can happen. It's an exciting time for Marlins baseball.
Keep up with the latest on the Miami Marlins by subscribing on most platforms by searching OnSide Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. We've all sinned. This is where we get our absolution. Welcome to the confessional. Here's Monsignor Toast.
So here's the deal. We all sin. All of us. Some people like to tell me about them. They will submit their sins to me anonymously, and I will then read them on this show. It's kind of like absolution for them.
And we are grateful for that.
Yes, no, absolutely. I think people hearing their sins, sharing their sins, is kind of absolution for those sins. You know, it's not just more people know about it so that, you know, you can feel better about yourself. Number 1, I lied to a woman by telling her I spoke fluent French, and later, during sex, she asked me to speak French as a turn-on. I quickly ran out of what few words and sentences I knew and moved on to simply reciting the names of French soccer players. Emmanuel Petit really got her going. Oh, my God. Listen, what is there Sean, is there a specific language that turns you on in the bedroom? Like an accent or
No.
A foreign language? No?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Let's just go.
All right.
Yourself?
No. Yeah, no. I will say the first time that I got down here and I was with a Latin woman and she referred to me as Poppy was interesting. I like that. I didn't mind that. I didn't say, hey, Poppy. It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. All right, next up. I was told to make someone redundant. Oh, by a weak boss who couldn't face it. Oh, so we had to fire someone. She came into the meeting. She started crying and told me she was resigning as she couldn't bear working for the boss. I told her to keep quiet, shredded her firing letter, and told her to take the $12,000 payout. All right, there you go. That was very nice of you. Next up, very, very short and sweet. Sometimes my 4-year-old son is just a little cunt. Whoa! I believe it. I don't have children, but I know people that have children, and there comes a point. Listen, this has obviously happened on a day where he just pushed too far. He just pushed too far.
But you can't use the C word.
You wouldn't. You shouldn't. No, you absolutely shouldn't be using the C word, but, you know. It is your child. You can call him whatever the hell you want.
Wish that was on a birth certificate.
This is bad. Years ago, I came home drunk and horny, so I put porn on. All right, I think we've all been there before. I fell asleep with my Johnson in my hand. I woke up in the morning all tucked in bed. Turns out my dad found me asleep with my Johnson in my hand. He's never mentioned it to me. I only know this because my uncle mocked me for it years later. So
you deserve
your dad didn't tell you about it, but he went ahead and told his brother, bro, you wouldn't believe what the hell happened last night. I came home and Bill was passed out with his penis in his hand. I had to carry him upstairs and put him into bed. Now here's the question. Did Dad put the penis away?
Oh, boy.
Or did he just leave it out?
That's a fatherly love right there.
Wow. That is, imagine that. Listen, man, I had my mom caught me once. Mid, self-gratification. Well, just didn't knock. Busted right into my bedroom. I was like, I don't know, 15. And yeah.
Did you pull the mom?
Yeah, exactly. So this is it, dude. This is my mom's best mic drop moment of my life. Her response was, we were expecting company over. Her response was, well, I guess you won't be shaking their hand when they come over. It just walked out of the room.
Yes,
it just walked out of the room. Oh, Mama delivered, man. She delivered on that one. Oh, God. All right, next one. I'm concerned about the reopening of the bars because I don't know how to explain to my buddies that I'm really into RuPaul's Drag Race now. Listen, the pandemic, it'll get you watching things you never thought you would watch before.
You start running out of ideas.
Exactly. All of my friends think I am an under 40 retired millionaire following an extremely successful career in investment brokering. The truth is, I make $6,000 a month from my gay OnlyFans account. I'm petrified they'll find out and tell my wife. Wow.
See, they shouldn't be.
Wow.
It's a lot going on.
Listen, man, if you got a wife and you're going to
do
do a gay OnlyFans account, you need to be bringing in more than $6,000 a month. I'm thinking if you're bringing in $10,000 a month, she'll be much more forgiving, much more understand. She'll understand it a lot more.
But how close are your friends if they think you're doing a bro? They don't even know what you do.
They don't even know it. Well, they think he's retired. Well, he doesn't work all day. I guess this OnlyFans thing, you do that at night? I don't know. Have you been on OnlyFans?
No, I have not.
I have not. I'm scared to go to OnlyFans. Can you browse OnlyFans, or do you have to pay before you see anything?
I don't even know. I got to believe you got to pay, right?
I would think so.
Everything I've heard that's on there, I believe you probably have to pay.
You don't get like a 15-second like free preview or something to see if you like what that channel's got. I don't know. I've never been. I'm afraid to type in OnlyFans.com and go. I'm afraid like I'll get viruses
on
and
free and you get 15
I don't want.
preview.
I'm afraid that people will know, and I don't want to. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Although part of me is very confident that I could do a real total freak thing on OnlyFans and make some serious cash. But I have to be anonymous. You couldn't know who it was. Know it was me. I'd have to wear like one of those Mexican wrestler masks.
El Señor Toasty.
Well, it couldn't be El Señor Toasty, but you get the point. Oh God! All right, let's see if we can find another good one here. Oh, this
They'll
is
be like,
good.
look at the size of his nose. It's got to be good.
See, exactly. I only found out today, thanks to my wife explaining it to a 5-year-old, that thunder is the sound made by lightning. I was told it was clouds rubbing together, and I've never questioned it. I'm 44. Yeah.
Who did he ask?
I don't know who told him that.
I've never
but,
heard of the thunder being from the clouds rubbed together.
No, rubbing together like friction.
I mean, who's up there rubbing them together?
I don't know. It's like it's a lap dance going on up there. I don't know what's happening. When walking fast, I will lean into the corners and touch the apex like I'm in a racing car. In the winter, I did this on an icy street, fell and concussed myself. I still do it and can't stop. I'm game for that. I totally know what he's talking about. You're walking fast and you hit a corner and you're gonna pretend like you're Mario Andretti. Absolutely. All right, let's see here.
F1 thing.
The what?
Must be an F1 thing.
No, absolutely an F1 thing. Yeah, I love F1. Let's see. Do we have a good? All right, here we go. I learned of the death of the Duke of Edinburgh about 90 seconds after. I can't read that one. That's not even on this radio station am I reading that one. Well, whatever. I learned of the death of the Duke of Edinburgh about 90 seconds after, let's just say orgasming, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I can't. No, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
You already started it.
Yeah, but there's just, he had the.
It gets worse from there, huh?
Yeah, there was a dildo involved and
boy.
vibrating nipple clamps, and I just don't want to get into the details.
They're going all out there.
Listen, I guess if you're going to find out the Duke of Edinburgh died and you've got, the time to do so would be when you have vibrating nipple clamps on your on your person.
Best time to find out anything, probably.
I think we should wrap up the confessional. I think that's enough sinning for one day. Oh, my God. We're going to talk to Ryan Fagan. He'll be coming up next. Going to talk a little baseball. So something funny happened yesterday. James Harden. And this is what's going on in New York right now is kind of funny. Because you've got James Harden and Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and they all did their whole big thing. Oh, they signed with Brooklyn, and it's a super team, and all that. And nobody expected this year that the Knicks were going to be good because the Knicks haven't been good for 20 years. Just assume they were still going to suck because that's the Knicks. Well, they don't suck.
No.
Knicks are in the 4th spot right now.
Pretty good, actually.
They're not as good as Brooklyn, but they're in the 4th spot. And so the New Yorker dropped an episode that had 3 Brooklyn Nets on the cover, and then behind them it had a couple of New York Knicks. And James Harden went ahead and retweeted it out, but he removed the Knicks from the cover.
Classy move there.
Well, and this is the part that's awesome. Because no matter how good Kevin Durant and James Harden and Kyrie Irving are, even if they win a title this year, they are the B team in New York. They're not getting as much love as the Knicks. And the fact that the Knicks are good this year, they're getting all the positive pub in New York City. The back pages, I got buddies up there, they are getting far more pub than the Nets, and the Nets players are pissed about it. I think the Nets players are jealous about it. Because why else would you tweet that out yesterday?
Yeah, the Knicks are always going to be
They're
ahead
I know.
Brooklyn. I mean,
you used to be the New Jersey Nets. There is zero affiliation for you in the great city of New
They
York.
play at MSG, which is considered the mecca of
Exactly.
basketball.
Like all the Knicks have to do is be relevant, and yeah, you're their number 2. I don't care how many superstars you have on the squad. In that city, the Knicks rule.
Yes.
They will always rule.
And they almost rule whether good or bad.
Well, that's the whole thing. So, when they're bad, they're getting all the pub because everyone's ripping on them.
Yes.
But now they're good, and they're getting legitimate pub. And this has got to be. I bet this is tweaking Nets players, especially those big three, because they got such egos.
The two, Kevin Durant and
James Harden.
Yeah, and James
They
Harden.
got such big egos. And remember, Kevin Durant. Remember, he took a shot at New York when he signed with Brooklyn. Took a shot at the Knicks.
Yep.
So there you go. They're the king, James. They're the king, Kevin. I like that. I like it when between the Brett Favre, between the Aaron Rodgers and that story, those are the two best stories in sports today. All right, we got to take a break. We got an update coming up. Then we're going to go out to the sporting news and talk to our man Ryan Fagan, get the latest on the world of baseball, talk about the Marlins, talk about everything else. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Additions and Home Remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody Ass family. Dr. Moody Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyHouseDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in, as long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends. Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Heat lose to the Dallas Mavericks last night, 127-113. Jimmy Butler was ruled out before the game with flu-like symptoms, not COVID-related. Duncan Robinson, Goran Dragic each had 19 points for the Heat. The Heat host the Minnesota Timberwolves Friday night. The Miami Marlins, they won first game of the series with the Diamondbacks 9-3. Brian Anderson, fresh off the IL, hit a 3-run homer in his first at-bat. Two teams back at it 6:40 tonight. Luke Weaver versus Pablo Lopez, your pitching matchup. And this Sunday, Inter Miami CF, they welcome the Atlanta United to Dry Pink Stadium, which means at 1 o'clock, which means Big O and Alex Donald will get you started with the Onside Radio pregame show starting at noon, leading into the call of the game with Chris Whittingham, Thomas Rongan, and Fernando Fiore. You're listening to South Florida's only local sports talk station. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
Wednesday morning, Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully the tequila goes down well for you today. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com. Make sure you're checking out the stream on YouTube and on Twitch.
As well as for you.
Yes, absolutely. We'll go to the phones right now. One of our favorites from the sporting news, Ryan Fagan, talk a little baseball. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. It's a good part of the baseball season. We're kind of seeing trends play out and players step up. It's a good time.
So let's talk about the first month is now in the books. And let's start with, we're down here, we're Marlins fans. I want to talk about the NL East. It is the one division that right now is just kind of mired in mud. Everyone is stuck there. They're all around 500. The Marlins are 4 games under, but only 2 games out. We all assumed that the Braves were going to be the top team in this division. At least I did. What are your thoughts on the first month of the NL East, and which will be the first team to get out of this rut and start winning some games?
I think it was a safe assumption that the Braves would be the best. I mean, the Braves were really good last year, and they were within a game of knocking off the Dodgers in the NLCS and getting to the World Series. And they had pretty much everybody back. They had a couple of young pitchers, guys like Ian Anderson, that really stepped up late in the year. Looked like they were going to be the team to beat, and it hasn't been good. They've had a lot of success in the last couple of years with signing one-year deals, one-year deals like Josh Donaldson and Marcell Ozuna. They tried it again with the pitching staff this year, and Charlie Morton and Drew Smyly, and those guys have, quite frankly, been pretty bad. Smiley's ERA was over 8 through his first 4 starts, and Morton's ERA is over 5 through his first 5 starts, and it just hasn't been good. Ian Anderson has been fine. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been amazing, an MVP-type guy, and Austin Riley's been okay, but the rest of the lineup just isn't producing. In the numbers, they've been shut out, I think, 4 or 5 times already this year. And that's really a common theme with the entire NL East. Everyone's having trouble scoring runs on a consistent basis. And really, that's a bigger trend in baseball, too. Runs are way down, average is way down, strikeouts are up, all these different things. So,
well, the Mets just fired their hitting staff.
The Mets clearly have pointed the blame at the Chili Davis and the other hitting coach. And so, we'll see what happens. I think there are still teams in this division. I do believe that there are still teams in this division. Quite frankly, all of the teams in this division could get to the 88 win plateau, which, may be what it takes to win.
Mm-hmm.
We thought beginning of the year it'd take 96, 97, but I don't know that that's true anymore. So I think we're going to see a competitive race all season in that division. Now, it's not going to be the best division of baseball, but it'll be entertaining.
So you made reference to these swings and misses, and I think it was the Associated Press had an article earlier this week that talked about how this is of historic proportions right now, and how you don't want to go ahead and paint with a broad brush and say the whole season will be like this, but that the month of April was historically bad, and that the percentage now of swings and misses are at an all-time high. And, so we don't have balls in play. And that is a major issue for baseball because you need to have balls in play just to have some excitement. How does baseball address this issue? I mean, obviously we know that the bats are going to heat up a little bit as the weather gets warmer. But still, overall, this has been a trend that's been going on now for a few years. And what is is there a solution? The only solution I've heard, honestly, Ryan, was I think the Frontier League is going to move the mound back a foot, I believe, so it'll be a foot further back from the plate, because then that'll mean the balls will drop off by 1.5 miles per hour, I believe. But is there a solution to this?
Yeah, the whole idea of moving the mound back is, to me, that's troublesome because you're messing with the way the pitchers have thrown their entire lives. And, we're already, we talk about this season being historic in terms of strikeouts and, balls not being put in play. But another thing that this season is on a historic pace is injuries with pitchers. We're seeing guys go to the DL at a rapid rate, and that's a concern, and if we're starting all of a sudden, we're already having issues with injuries, and we're talking about changing the way that they throw the baseball so that it, breaks at a different point. I mean, that just seems to me like that's a disaster waiting to happen. And, So the question is, like you said, what can you do? I don't know. There's not really a way that you can legislate contact.
Right.
You can't make rules. Baseball tries to make rules for a lot of things, but you can't make rules that say you're a pitcher. You gotta throw one ball down the middle every at bat. You can't do that. So I'm genuinely curious to see how these things play out.
Yeah, when you talk about the injuries, obviously the Dodgers had a huge loss with May going down. He's going to need to get Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
The other interesting injury this week to a starting pitcher, a kid that was born down here in Parkland with the A's, Luzardo, breaking his pinky because he they didn't tell me what game. I couldn't find any reports as to what game he was playing. To me, sounds like a Call of Duty injury when you're like sniped out of nowhere by like a 12-year-old and you get really pissed off and you slam that thing down. But that was good.
Yes, that goes into the strange injury Hall of Fame. Although anyone who's ever played video games, just silently nod and go, yep, that sounds about right.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Oh, no, we've all been there. Sure. Let me ask you this. Yesterday was a great day because, and listen, as a Red Sox fan, I despise the Yankees. But last year, we did not get the Astros Shane Tour because there were no fans.
Yeah.
So we didn't get, and yesterday it finally happened. Their first visit to the Bronx. It was a sparse crowd because they can only have so many people there. But the booing, the signs, are we going to be able to look forward to this all season long everywhere they go? Or will this just be in a few markets?
I think that there will be some markets that are more intense than others, but I think it's going to continue. And, part of the reason it's going to continue is I think a lot of fans looked at last night's game and saw what the Yankees fans did and how much fun the Yankees fans had hating on the Astros, and they're going to be like, well, we want to do that too. Yeah. So that's going to breed a little bit more of it. And it's, you're seeing people bring inflatable trash cans and do all these different things. I think somebody I saw, bought an Oscar the Grouch costume.
Yes,
and
I
was
saw
dressed
that.
up in that, outside Yankee Stadium. That's, that's great.
Yes.
And if there will be people that say, you should let it go, put it fast, whatever. You're a fan of the baseball game and you feel like your team was cheated. You go out there and let them know that you don't like it. And I love it. Let's not start bringing like real trash cans in the games, but inflatable trash cans, all that stuff. Go for it.
All right, so Ryan, we're Ryan Fagan from the Sporting News. We're a month into the season now. Memorial Day at the end of the month. What is your biggest surprise that you've been hit with so far this season, and what is the biggest disappointment for you?
That's a good question. I think the biggest surprise, and maybe this is a pleasant surprise, not shocking, but what Shohei Ohtani's been able to do has been the best part of the season for me so far. I think, we knew that this guy was talented. We'd heard about what he could do. We'd seen flashes, but he'd not really put it together, and he still hasn't fully put it together. He's still a little bit raw pitching because he hasn't thrown in the major leagues for other than a couple starts in a couple of years, coming off the arm injuries. But this guy's doing special things. The Angels have finally said, we're just going to let you play. If you want to hit while you're pitching, do it. If you want to play, every day you want to hit the day after you pitch, do it. Just do what you need to do. And he's just playing. He's tied for the major league lead in home runs. He's got like 6 stolen bases. He's hitting the ball. The ball is jumping off the bat all over the ballpark. He is just doing these incredible things that we've never seen before. We're talking about, and everybody's like, it's not since Babe Ruth. And we're not comparing him to Babe Ruth, right? Nobody's Babe Ruth. But he's doing the kind of combined effort that we haven't seen in a long time, and it's so much fun to watch. And that's been a big thing that I really enjoyed so far this season.
Talk about something that is, I'm not sure if it's fun to watch, but at this stage, seriously, I don't know if you saw what happened last night with Angel Hernandez, Ryan.
Yeah.
But seriously, I don't understand. How is he still an umpire? How are we doing this every month with another Angel Hernandez story?
The umpires union is pretty powerful. Maybe not as powerful as the players union was in its heyday, but it secures the jobs of its. It works as a union should work.
Well, I'll be honest. I thought the umpires union got weakened significantly back in the mid '90s when they had that walkout and everything. I didn't realize they still had as much power as they do now, because I thought that you'd be gone.
They have the power in that area.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they fought against replay, and part of the reason that we don't have full replay, part of the reason why there's still things that are, quote, are not reviewable which drives me crazy because if you're going to have replay, everything should be replayable, reviewable. That's another discussion entirely. But that's why Angel Hernandez is still out there. And it's one thing to miss bang plays at first place. It's one thing to if the ball is an inch off the plate and it's called a strike. That's one thing. But I mean, that last night, that ball was dropped.
Yeah, it was a fly ball that was dropped, and he called it an out.
Everywhere. And he called it an out. And that's the kind of – look, that's the kind of stuff that gets you fired. That's the stuff that should get you fired. All this other stuff, whatever, it's a tough game. They're, split-second decisions. That's the kind of stuff that should get you fired because that is completely and 100% inexcusable.
Ryan, great stuff as always, man. Thank you very much for giving us some time this morning. Check out his stuff, Ryan Fagan, on Twitter, also the Sporting News, and we'll talk to you again soon, man. Have a great weekend.
Enjoyed it. Thanks.
Absolutely. Ryan Fagan, Sean, he's great. We love him. He's great. He's one of our favorites. But, yeah, that was – dude, like, seriously, he hits a fly ball. He drops it. And Angel Hernandez calls him out. Like, the ball hit the ground, bro. Like, sometimes I wonder whether Angel Hernandez is doing this on purpose to troll us. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some times that the misses are so obvious that you're like, he's got to be doing this on purpose. Like, he knows he can't get fired, and he knows we all hate him, and now he's doing this just to troll us. There's no other explanation.
Oh, I didn't see the what happened.
Oh, you got to watch the highlight,
I have
bro.
to watch it now.
It was the Cleveland-Kansas City game, I believe it was, the Royals. And I think it was my boy Benintendi. And just, oh my God. Like, I don't understand how there's no repercussions for him. He doesn't get suspended for a week. Like, it's just, oh no, go back out there tomorrow night and screw up another one.
Now, were they able to review it, or is that not reviewable now?
I believe it was non-reviewable. But I just saw the highlight with it muted, so I don't know what the details of it were. I just saw how blatant of a blown call it was. I mean, just, oh my God, bro. The ball literally dropped, and you called him like it was a fly ball out. Wow. Angel Hernandez. Dude, imagine if you're the guy and you know that everybody in the country thinks you're the worst guy at your job in the world. Like there's no doubt that all baseball fans agree that Angel Hernandez is hands down the worst umpire in the league. It's unanimous. Imagine how that feels to be him. Like, every time you walk into a stadium, you're getting heckled for being the worst. And yet you still go out there.
Oh, he lives up to expectations.
Getting paid his six figures or whatever. I'm sure they're making good money, probably a few $100,000 a year at this stage in his career. He's got so much seniority. But, man, I don't know if I would have the thick enough skin to be able to go out there every day and just be getting heckled that you suck.
With his seniority, is he like the head umpire on the crew?
I don't know if he's a crew chief. I'm not sure if he's a crew chief. He's got to be close to a crew chief, but maybe not. Joe West is a crew chief. Yeah. Normally it's all about seniority. But Angel Hernandez has been an umpire for like 20, 25 years, so he may be a crew chief at this point.
Making bad calls the last 12.
Or possibly he's not a crew chief just because he makes so many bad calls so often. They're like, no, we're not going to fire you, bro, but we certainly
that's
can't.
The one thing they can control.
Yeah, we can't fire you, but we're certainly not going to make you the crew chief. that we can assure you. You may still have a job, but you're not going to be the top guy. All right, we'll take a break. Kai coming in today, or is he still nursing his toe?
No, I think he is going to be walking in.
Beautiful. We will do a little talk with Kai. Final segment of Toasted Sports coming up next. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Toasted Sports returns after this.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast. May is here, which means hurricane season right around the corner. You need to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your house so that you're fully protected when we get a big storm coming on through. For those windows, only one place to call. My buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. They've been doing it in South Florida for decades, and they will set you up with the best in the business. PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126 for B&T Windows and Doors.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
BYB Extreme Bare Knuckle Fighting Series presents BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th at the fair at Taniami Park. Meet Dada 5000. See bare knuckle brawlers fight live in BYB's patented triangle ring, the Trigon. The smallest and most confrontational ring in combat sports. Early action includes slap fights as seen on YouTube. Buy your tickets now at BYBtickets.com for BYB 5. Saturday, May 15th. Doors open at 6 p.m. BYB is proudly sponsored by BMCHam.com. Your choice for gold and silver. BMCHam.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. And with daily specials, there is something for everyone. If you're up for a challenge, you should take their famous boot tour. Finish 30 boots of different varieties of German beer, and you'll receive half price on their beer for life. And you'll get to take home your own boot and Checkers Old Munchin t-shirt. They also have outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music, as well as carry-out, curbside pickup, and delivery. So, for the finest German food and beer, get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations at 954-785-7565. That's 954-785-7565. We'll see you at Zagat-rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach.
At OnSideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork at our Chirping the Cats report.
The schedule gods are smiling on the Florida Panthers this week as the team is enjoying a few days off before wrapping up their regular season schedule. The extra days between games couldn't have come at a better time for Florida, with several players dealing with minor bumps and bruises that have kept them out of the lineup. That includes top six forwards Carver Hagee, Sam Bennett, and Patrick Hornquist, all of whom are expected to return before the end of the regular season. Another key player who should be back in the Panthers lineup is goaltender Chris Streeter. He's been working his way back from a lower body injury, and head coach Joel Quenneville said earlier this week that he plans to start Streeter during Monday's regular season finale against Tampa. The Cats will enjoy another day off on Wednesday before returning to the BB&T Center for a pair of full squad practices Thursday and Friday. Then on Saturday, the fight for home ice in the first round begins as the Panthers host Tampa in what should be a preview of the Stanley Cup quarterfinals.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
9:55, final segment. Getting on out of here. Kai Chisholm coming up next. Good morning, Kai. How are you?
I just yawned a little bit, a little tired, but besides that, I'm doing
All right.
pretty well.
Good.
I had I texted Sean yesterday because I was last week, which contributed to a lot of my tiredness. I had to get like blood work done on Thursday morning.
Uh-huh.
All of it came back normal.
Good
So
for you.
Everything good. I'm in a great mood because of it.
Very nice. Good. Got your friend's shirt on, Central Perk. No soccer jersey, no soccer kit on, which is interesting.
So I was having a conversation with my friends because they really want to go to brunch like
Mhm.
sometime in a couple weeks.
Yep.
And I was telling them like, because they're all like, I wouldn't say fancy, but they all dress nice.
Mhm.
And I mean, I guess except for it's like 3 of our friends who are girls and my other friend who's a guy, and the 3 of them, they all dress nice. They're very Instagram aesthetic and everything like that. And then me and my other friend, like he just wears like Hawaiian, like he's like Andy Reid,
Yep.
but like a very skinny Andy
Okay.
Reid. So it's like we're texting and we're planning this, and I was like, y'all, I don't think I'm fit for brunch. Like I'm gonna walk in there with no clothes at
Mhm.
all to be able to do this. Like, oh, it's Miami, it's not gonna matter. I was like, you say that now, but then when we get there and they're like, no, he cannot enter. It's gonna
How
be your
fancy of
fault.
a brunch are you going to?
I don't even
Jesus.
know. I think it's just my expectations of what of my friends and knowing
Okay,
who they are.
gotcha.
That I'm like, this is gonna be something where I'm gonna be the odd one out.
All right. Yeah,
But
I
it's
love
okay.
brunch. There was a great brunch in downtown Fort Lauderdale that I was walking through downtown Lauderdale like 2 weekends ago, and I was shocked to see how many places are out of business. Empty store, like the Himmershey area. Oh my God!
There's an Asian market that's about like 15 minutes from here, and it opened. I remember because me and my friend went to the grand opening, and it opened like at the end of February, right before
Yep,
everything
yep,
started
yep.
going on in 2020. And I remember thinking to myself, I was like, man, this place is gonna go out of business,
Yep.
and it's huge. But they've opened a boba shop inside of it now.
Nice.
They have a hair salon inside of it. They're
Okay.
opening 2
There you go.
restaurants. Like it's a huge Asian market with
Yep.
like a bunch of stuff, and it's like, damn.
Okay.
And they're across from like a bunch of like a Krispy Kreme and all these like there you go. All these other places. So it's
like some Krispy Kreme action, baby. Yeah, Krispy Kreme.
Get a free donut with your card.
Hell yes,
They're
dude.
still doing that, right?
What do they got going at Cinco de Mayo?
Dude, all I know is that we had our board meeting, our HOA board meeting on Zoom like on Monday night, and like a half an hour in, all of a sudden someone is talking and like because their mic is unmuted. Someone was at the Krispy Kreme drive-thru as they are listening to the HOA meeting on their phone, and they unmuted it, and they're arguing over which glazed donuts and how many of them to get, this husband and this wife. And it went on for about 20 seconds. It was like, oh my
'cause they
God.
have strawberry ones now, right?
They
or
got all
something?
sorts of crazy ass stuff happening over Krispy Kreme. Like they were mentioning something like, oh my God, they got that, they got that, they got that. Wow. No wonder I'm fat.
They got the
all right.
cookies and cream jerky.
Yeah,
now.
there you go, baby. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here. Kai, it's all your problem now. I'll check you guys out tomorrow morning. Toasted Sports once again at 8 o'clock. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only